Hey, Twitch, say hello to YouTube. And YouTube, don't be cringe. YouTube, you guys gotta up your game. Twitch have been on the ball today. Just saying. So Seath released a new video. That's literally 2 videos in a month, which means something in their life has gone wrong. So let's have a little look and see what this is all about. So this one is Fantastic Dizzy Review, which I can only imagine is probably a hentai game, knowing Seath. And of course, guys, please go like the original content. Please make sure you go and subscribe to Seath. And let's see what let's see what crackhead-addled content he's made this time. Also, MC, good to see you, dude.
Seth here. To address some allegations, I'd like to ask a simple question.
Yes.
Are you really upset because I was on the flight logs? Or are you upset because you were never invited? Fantastic.
I was upset because I was expecting to have to wait an extra 2 months for your next video, but having 2 videos coming out in a single month has completely ruined my timeline. Thanks, Seth, you dick.
Dizzy is a game, which, unlike the highly optimized projects of today, is less than 800 kilobytes, and fits on a floppy with room to spare. It's a DOS game, so we play it on DOSBox.
Seth, are you okay? Are you having a midlife crisis? You know there are other games that you can do... Is this a call for help? Is Seth reviewing games like this to try and ask anyone to... Or is he advertising a Ponzi scheme for a game that hacks your hard drive? Like, running a game on DOS? That's like Hacker Man speech for... Download this game so I can mine your computer for bitcoins.
It's a tale older than time. You are an egg called Dizzy, and your egg girlfriend has been kidnapped.
No!
Save her before she gets groomed by the vaguely Arabic-looking wizard. Along the way, solve puzzles.
Oh yeah, no, this definitely came out in the 80s or 90s, didn't it?
By using the right item. You can only hold 3, and the only way to reshuffle them is by dropping them on the ground.
God,
it's a
Signalis.
simple system, but it's an adventure game, so everything
God,
is an
it's
insane
Signalis
leap
all
of
over again.
logic. Deadly spikes, Persian rug, burning fireplace, bucket of water, which looks exactly the same as the empty bucket of water, but has to be dropped into a specific pool of water to become the bucket of water.
Wait, a DOS game with this level of complexity?
Backtrack all the way to the
DOS can run
graveyard.
Doom.
Also, because you're an egg, you roll like an egg. This can filter a lot of people as you'll roll into enemies.
They
The
see you
Yolked village is
rolling.
infested by spiders and snails, while the
Guys, why is my chat not filled with egg right now? Why is every single person in this chat not spamming egg? This is like your one opportunity to meme, and I'll let you get away with it. Come on, honestly, Evan type egg. Come on, egg. Say it with me. Egg. Exactly why you guys are all going to the pit for following instructions. Well, now that I've cracked the shell of joviality, I guess we've got to get to the yolk of everything. Egg? Why not seg? Am I right? Bit of seg?
city is overrun by shape-shifting Hasidics, but none of these are as bad as the butterflies, which do no damage, but stun lock you long enough that you die by something else, as evidenced by the fact that he is healed not only by
an
eating
allegory
fruit,
for
but by the mere presence of precious
butterflies.
stones. Dizzy is a Semitic life form, and Grandpa Dizzy is probably some kind of century egg, which explains why he has to live in hiding out of fear of becoming an Asian man's delicacy.
Also, out of fear of the fact that Mrs. Egg is clearly cucking him. Like, Mrs. Egg is about to get segged by the local, what's the alpha version of an egg? But you get the haha memes, jokes.
Been hiding out of fear of becoming an Asian man's delicacy. The objective of this game is to collect 250 stars that lag your screen each time they appear. This is the intended experience, as increasing your CPU cycles will make the extra life minigame impossible.
No, I'm serious. Seth, why did you make a 15-minute video about a DOS game like this? Like, I'm being deadly serious. Seth, this is really outside of your normal kind of realm of it. What? Why? Is this a meme? Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? Seth, are you okay? Do you need help? Please, hit me up on 0800 69 69. I will happily do whatever I can to assist you, Seth. Please. That's it.
The
You're done watching my
hourglass is
videos.
tied to your clock speed. These stars are non-negotiable, and you can't finish the game without them. Some are sadistically
Is there some
placed, and you can't get
subversive
to them
message in
except
this
by
video?
falling in a particular manner
Like
from
subliminal
several
messaging of
screens away,
sorts?
let alone know of their existence. At some point, the game even expects you to trick shot yourself against butterflies to get the final stars, while platforming in
Oh.
a series of clouds that sink the longer you put weight on them. But that's late game. Early game is getting filtered by the minecart. It boils down to a single strategy. Guessing. You guessed wrong, you get splatted.
no.
Or in my case, you take the wrong exit and get stuck on a beach. At the time, I didn't realize you could take the entrance back to the mine and drown in the ocean.
God,
And I
imagine
came back
dying in a
after the
20-year-old
bubble riding
game.
and got filtered all
Couldn't
over
be me.
again because I brought my aqua lung, but no flippers, and I couldn't swim out of the bottom cavern. Dizzy has taught
Why
me
does
that
this
I
feel
haven't
like an
progressed
actual
very much
review
as an
rather
adult,
than
and I'm
Seth's
struggling
normal
with an
nonsense?
hour-long video game that's
Like, I don't
old
watch a
enough to
Seth
be
video
the
for an
child
actual
bride
review.
that died giving birth to me. At least the music is nice. In general, this is a very nice game that you could show your grandma. It's not some NTR RPG Maker
Yes, there we go. You remember when I said at the beginning that I was expecting a hentai game? Yeah, no, this is the... Okay, what I was expecting was this. This is what I was expecting this video to be.
that would surely break her pacemaker. In the end, you fight the wizard. He's not very good at magic, but he has a mirror,
Sheesh,
which is
that
good
girl's
at
got some
reflecting
hits.
magic. He's turned to stone and dies, presumably as an involuntary celibate. Your reward is a kiss from your fair maiden, which I think is reward enough. Recently,
What do you mean
I
you
had
can
an
say the
epiphany.
same for me? I
cover
don't play
many
hentai
where
games
I have a script,
on stream.
I have footage, but it's not long enough to justify a full video. Then I realized the title of the video doesn't have to be accurate. So, I have no lack of content, which is important when I'm committed.
This is what I thought this was. I really thought that there was something to this. I didn't think he was going to make an entire 15-minute video about an egg. I knew that he was up to something.
To giving sponsors the lowest quality for the highest rate of return. There are free
right.
things I value in this life.
It was all a shameless plug to get advertisers to be like, ah, yes. Because as we all know, when people sponsor you to play a game, they will look at the first 5 minutes of the footage and go, yes, this is acceptable. Yes, yeah, no, this is perfect. And then the rest of it is smut. The rest of it is smart.
My mother, my data, and your mother. You know who else loves these things? Data brokers. Remember, everything you do
Hackerman.
online can be traced directly to your IP address via your service provider. But they wouldn't sell your personal information to governments and private
You wouldn't
companies
download
just
a
for quick
baby.
buck, would they?
You wouldn't
Data
download
brokers
me.
use this information to piece together
Downloading
what kind
people's
of person
data
you
is
are
wrong.
and sell you ads. Just last week, I googled one C++ tutorial. I now own 6 pairs of programming socks. I don't even
How did my photo make it into this? No, I'm being dead. Why am I in this? Literally, why are my thighs in this?
pairs of programming socks. I don't even know how it happened. Such is the horror of a dreaded data broker. How did they know it was me? Because in one brief
Yes,
moment
all 3 pairs of legs are
foolish
me.
weakness,
Smiley
I
face.
forgot to turn on ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN masks your digital footprint and stops
Seth
those pesky
and
brokers
Maxwell are
in their
the 2 of the
tracks. And
only
it's not
people
just
I will ever
brokers you
let
gotta look out for.
put a
Ask
shameless
yourself
plug in like this,
who
and I'll just let
owns
it play
the
because it's
Wi-Fi
usually
you use
just
to
as funny as the
browse
actual game
all your
content.
favorite content?
Also,
Is
following,
it your
what's up,
mom,
dude?
My mom, your boss, perhaps your local public library. Well, if you and your waifu keep having these not-so-secret rendezvous on their Wi-Fi,
yes, my
they can
favorite
still
anime
see
waifu,
everything,
MatPat.
even in incognito mode. Now, your mother will disown you, your boss will garnish your wages, and the library will revoke your card. Now, your
that
JoJo library
stupid
date
Has-Been
is
Hotel
canceled.
meme.
But Seth, I hear you cry. All this computational back and forth sounds really complicated. Not to worry, my friend. ExpressVPN does all the hard work for you. Just turn it on, hit one button, and voila. All your network traffic is sent through a secure encrypted tunnel. How strong? So strong it would take a
You know how earlier I was mentioning this that I was really weirded out as to how like level-headed and normal the review was going? Yeah, this is what I was hoping for. Nice to note that the first 3 minutes was literally a filter. The first 3 minutes was a filter for the advertisers so that they would be like, ah, yes, you may have ad revenue. Only to then realize that the rest of the video, including the advertisement for the sponsor, was the crackhead energy we've come to love and enjoy. Good job, Seth. Good job. You completely subverted expectations. You pulled the rug from out from under our feet. And I am thoroughly hoodwinked.
a supercomputer
Even I
1
fell for
billion
it.
years to crack. Find
But
out
I knew
how
you
you
were
can
up to
get 3
something.
months of ExpressVPN for free by visiting expressvpn.com/Seth or by clicking the link in the description below.
It's nice to see that Seth is also falling into the line with all of the other YouTubers who purposely mislabel their content to bait people into rage clicking and rage commenting of how wrong you are.
Ordered the unpaid intern to manually disable the multiplayer button. That's not a joke. They're just that petty. The latest copy of Dungeon Siege 2 on Steam presents you with a menu where the multiplayer is grayed out. So, naturally, people reverse engineered it, and it's working perfectly. We managed to finish.
I swear to God, Seth is a Vor enjoyer. He's played like 2 separate Vor games for his reviews. And the amount of references he has to fucking Vor, I think I'm starting to twig to the kind of enjoyer that Seth is. Need I remind you that this is the same guy who commissioned me to try and draw a picture of a big busty alien waifu about 3 years ago. Yeah, that's my claim to fame. Seth did commission, well, was going to commission me, and then it all fell through, so yay.
We managed to finish the whole campaign using only the most premium gaming platform. It's old, it's scuffed, and it plays adverts that can be blocked by editing your System32 host file. But guess what? It has charm. This game infects my consciousness.
I remember playing a game like this years and years ago called,
There's quotes from a tutorial burned
what was it
into
called?
my brain.
This must be the Bracken we learned about as children. Let's take
VI?
them out. These
No.
Bracken are as weak as Calrathian ale. These creatures remind me of our scuffles with the Tackler. Tough. These wooden creatures are weak to fire. Too bad I'm not a
Whoa,
combat mage.
really?
These Ketrel are tough. Next time we see one, use my brutal attack power on it. That'll surprise them.
The story is very simple. You and your friend Drevin enlist in PMC Wagner. Before
ODST
dying, he
dropped
gives
by a
you his
dragon.
magical plot armor amulet.
We have completed
Thank you,
our
Haldina.
task. When can we expect our pay?
Your pay is death.
Look out!
Wait. What did that say? What did that say? As an artist, I must read this. My face when commission artists ask to be You know how I was just talking about how he tried commissioning me? This is actually why. Is he calling me out? Is he actually calling me out? Bitch! Seth! Okay, you want to know why this didn't go through? And I just thought it was like, whatever. But when he came out to commission me, like, the object of money was talked about. But the second I gave them my price, they stopped responding to me. And when I tried responding back to ask if he was still interested, he's like, oh, sorry, I've gone with other people. Seth, I was going to draw big-tittied hentai anime ladies for you. You could have had all this. You could have had... You could have had this. You could have had this. Look, okay. You could have had this. You could have had this. These beautiful, beautiful anime physics. But no.
Look out!
And then he dies. The rest doesn't really matter. You don't have to pay attention.
You're lost.
Just
You're
kill
lost,
things
Seth.
and have a good time.
Oh my lord, I don't care. Wait,
An age ago,
Wait,
Zerum.
Yes, I am starting beef with Seth.
Anyway,
Seth, I
get
will
captured
make a
as war
twit longer
criminals
about you.
because we attacked a UNESCO heritage site. Understandably, the Dryades don't like us, and they've put
That's a really cool
good boy
design, though.
compliance
Like, for
collars.
such an old game, this looks absolutely fantastic. Like, this is the kind of style that I love. Very Oblivion kind of fantastic. It's like World of Warcraft kind of style, like Warcraft 3-esque.
Site.
And that mech
Understandably,
looks
the
awesome,
Dryades don't
shit.
like us, and they've put good boy compliance collars on all the prisoners. One of them makes a break for it, which isn't very smart. On the
Oh,
other
no.
hand, you did enlist as a mercenary for people who look like this. They say, don't judge a book by its cover. I say, physicality reflects inner
Yeah.
state, and all the most horrible people I've ever
no,
encountered
I
look
find-
like something
I
that escaped
certainly
the
wouldn't
mines
trust
of
somebody
Moria. The prison
that
warden gives you a
literally
chance
looked
to
like
prove
they were
yourself
spawners
by
of
burning
Satan.
down a bunch of Morden watchtowers. This is one of several situations in this game where you have to think.
Of
Don't
course,
worry,
3-9,
there's
of
not
course.
many. There's also not much dialogue in this game.
Warcraft
except for
3
Daru.
Reforged doesn't
Daru
exist.
never stops talking, and she will begin her monologue in the middle of a fight. For this reason, I always recommend putting Daru in your party because it's very entertaining to get wiped by a dialogue box. This game can be quite intense. I'm not kidding when I say it's about 1-2 taps
bit
and
like
you're
Diablo
dead.
mixed
3
with
if you're
Baldur's
a
Gate, I
tank.
guess.
And even a trash mob encounter can leave your party dead.
Oh my god. Also, why is the UI
I'm
so
gonna be
big?
real,
What the fuck?
This ain't looking good.
So it's important
Was
to
this
have a
designed for a
plan,
4x3
build,
game, I
or
guess?
idea of what you're doing, which we did not. You level up by doing damage of a particular affinity, melee, ranged, combat, or nature magic, and you can mix and match freely.
Dude, this is like
Don't like
so
your mage, pick up a
classic
sword.
Diablo.
Don't like your fighter, take a bow. There's nothing stopping you from leveling every single
I'm actually
tree
getting, like,
except free
massive,
time and practicality. And
Oh
there's no
fuck! This
limitations
is
on what
reminding me
any
so
your
much of a
characters
specific
can be.
game.
Did my friend have to relevel Tar as a combat
Diablo
mage?
2.
No,
It's like
but
Diablo
funny.
2
The
had a
Broken World
love baby
expansion
with
has two hybrid
Dungeon
classes.
Keeper. You guys remember that shit? It's actually kind of cool. I like it.
Fist of Stone and Blood Assassin.
I
One
love
of
this
these
aesthetic.
sucks
It's
ass. The
Did
other
you guys ever play a game called Legend of Mer? Like, it was a very niche sort of Korean MMO that was publicized in the Western side of things many years ago, back when MMOs were still quite new. It's very much got like that early Korean Diablo-esque aesthetic to it, which is really
nature
cool.
mages have more armor than the tank. If you find yourself dying, just get more armor. There is no other statistic that matters for the average player. Leveling an affinity lets you put skill points in that tree, and certain combinations unlock powers. Powers win fights. Everything else is irrelevant. It's just filler until you use powers again. You charge them up by doing damage, and you release them when you want dopamine. The first difficulty curve is taking the elevator,
Cheesecake,
as
thank
you
you for
will
follow.
likely split your party in half, and then
I can't get
one
over
of
the fact
us
there's
is
cock.
going to pull the
His name's
lever
Cock
again,
Form.
and we're going to repeat the whole process.
I'm just easy amused.
Are you fucking
Oh
kidding me?
no!
Oh well, wait, don't worry.
Okay, get off. Yeah, get off the
Seth's
fucking-
Slutina.
This game is entirely about budgeting, because the main thing you spend money on is potions, and you must make an informed decision. Do I buy the regular
Yeah, no, this
potion
is
for
looking
my
exactly
level
like that game I was
heals
mentioning,
fast
Legend
for
of Mer.
however much money, or the weakest, shittiest potion for 15 gold? The answer
That looks
is
dope.
always the shittiest potion, and then
Very,
you fill every
very
single
ARPG
tile of your
-like.
inventory with health and mana potions.
Grim
Quick
Dawn?
spoiler,
Yes!
melee and range
Grim Dawn.
do
I-
damage.
that's a game I need
Nature
to
and
play again
combat
sometime.
do the same damage at the same rate, but they cost mana. So if you're
Mana-
relying on
mana
magic for
is for
damage, go back.
pussies!
Don't
Just
do
like
that.
power armor.
Also, do not ever try to alt-tab this game. It can't handle it, and you're gonna lose your save. However, I have room temperature IQ.
So, like every Blizzard game, or anything made by From Software. Is it really that hard to optimize your games, guys?
And I'm
Please.
conditioned, like a Pavlovian dog, that each time I hear that Discord notification, I am compelled to tab out and ruin everything.
I'm glad I'm not the
Proceeding
only
with
one.
Story, you get told that you have the plague.
Also,
and you should
crippling
probably
ADHD
seek
requires me to
treatment
tab
from an
between
elven
different screens every
shrine.
5
this
seconds.
does nothing, because the plague
And
is
pause my
actually
videos.
caused by shard souls, which are the spirits of aborted NBA players, haunting the Planned Parenthood. No one can see them except for your party.
Yeah,
and
same
you're
three,
already
same.
immune because of Draven's amulet. With nothing left to do, we take the road home. Along the way, we meet an old man who is definitely not the game's antagonist. He tells us we need to stop Doomsday
creepy
by
old people with a bald
reforging
spot on
the
their
exact
head,
thing responsible
with
for Doomsday
robes and
bringing
wizards.
it directly to the enemy leader. This is why we
Definitely
don't
are
pay
all
attention to the plot,
trustworthy.
the lore, or any kind of writing in this game. This is hack and slash. This is ADHD in its purest form, since we gave up being hunter-gatherers. Anyway, we purify
that
the
Mark-
fortress
was
and
that
force
friggin'
all
Mark
the shard souls
Zuckerberg?
out of their host bodies. Finding nothing else, they all dash into a
Snake!
snake, and we get our first boss fight, which is enjoyable.
That's normal. That's a big... Yeah,
Because
that's normal.
it's all downhill from here. I'm gonna skip around a bunch because, honestly, this game is defined by its boss fights. Everything in between is
It's a
relatively
Souls-like.
straightforward.
This is
and
the
not worth
Souls-like of
mentioning.
Diablo
The next
likes.
boss fight is a dark wizard. These are mortal men that have forsaken humanity by adding extra jaws to the side of their face. Originally, I was
normal,
going to joke
normal,
about this,
but,
but
you
as
know-
I wrote the words Sloppenheimer in my script document, I felt deeply
Sloppenheimer.
disgusted with
Ah, there are some words that just make me chortle with joy.
myself and took a cold shower. It took us over an hour to kill him. This is easily the place where most people get filtered, because
seriously?
every one of his attacks will one-shot you, and one of them doesn't even
Oh, I
have a
do like games with a
projectile. It's
challenge.
just hit
I mean, I
smack
did play
and
Dark
you're
Souls
dead.
3
You
with
have
Zero
to
Vigor
break
the other
down
day.
each part of his shield barrier to actually damage him, and then he can just recast it. And once you get him down to 1/3 of his health,
Yeah,
he
I'm
starts
getting very
summoning
much
his
like a
crystal.
Diablo
This is a DPS
Dragon
check
Age kind of
that you have
vibe,
to save all your
certainly.
powers for and focus the moment it goes up, because if you don't, it kills.
It's also
everyone
triggering
on
my
the map,
OCD how his UI is
regardless of
changing
distance.
scale
And after destroying
every
it,
single
you have
clip.
approximately 5 seconds before he summons another.
Sorry, Seth, do you want to say that again? Did you just slur?
it goes up, because if you don't, it kills everyone on the map, regardless of distance. And after destroying it, you have approximately 5 seconds before...
You didn't think I would notice. You did not think I would notice that little slur. Guys, I think Seth is having a stroke. I think he was having a stroke.
Before he summons another. Next up is a dragon. You have to shoot with a ballista while avoiding hordes of infinitely spawning crabs. If he goes in the air, he rains down fire that burns you, the crabs, and more importantly, the ballista.
Crabs.
This temporarily overheats the controls.
Yeah,
However,
guys, maybe you need to go have a shower. You got crabs.
Is now permanently disabled. Half an hour into this,
that's a lot of crabs.
I wasn't
Jesus.
planning on reloading the game. I gambled on the idea that I could reset the object state by getting the dragon to cook the controls, and it turned out that worked exactly as planned. Except this is a 2-stage boss fight. And now
that's
we have
a
to fight
pretty looking dragon
in a narrow
dude.
hallway.
Okay, one thing in game design that I absolutely adore is when you fight a boss and it has a surprise second phase. There's nothing more like, I don't know what it is. It's exhilarating knowing that even like progressing through all of the first phase, clutching it, getting through that first phase, to then have a surprise second phase, knowing that everything you did in the first phase and there's more. Like, you beat that first boss by the skin of your teeth to find out there's a second phase, and then you realize, oh shit, I have to knuckle down on phase 1 to save enough resources for phase 2. And you suddenly realize, damn, dude, I gotta get good. Like, look at all the stuff that does that in Dark Souls games with like Sister Freed, friggin' Lords of Cinder, even Ornstein Schmau. You know, back in the day with Dark Souls 1, the first time people did Ornstein Schmau and realized that they had, my god, I was struggling so much with these guys. Oh god, I friggin' won by, I beat them by the skin of my teeth. Wait, there's a phase 2?
No cover. Objectively, we have been filtered. And yet, with everyone lying unconscious on the floor, we killed the dragon. How?
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? That's a friggin' vor artist. Seth, please. If you want somebody, if you had, like, I mean, he's not being subtle about it. His obsession with vor is very apparent at this point. I mean, his name is literally Cockvor. Alright, you know what? Whatever floats your goat. I have been commissioned to draw some very interesting things in my time.
Killed the dragon. How? Because for some reason, his second phase never actually kills you.
I reckon he does it
my
to bait people. Either that or he's pyrocynical and he's actually in. Like, if you ever get accused of being into a weird kink as a content creator, don't make an apology video. Don't address it in a serious fashion. Just own it. Do what Pyrocynical did after being accused of being a fat fur enjoyer. Just make it part of your content. Be like, yeah, cool. Whatever floats my goat, right? So what if I'm into furry fart, burp, big belly, weird, that stuff? Yeah. And what? Oh, let me guess. You think I like feet as well? Yeah, well, you're absolutely right. Friggin' feet get my fetus. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
With damage reflect that chunked the dragon's health for each tick of damage. Essentially, he died to a pair of slippers. What can I even say? We almost lost the first phase to a glitch, and we won the second with an exploit. A pleasant surprise.
Yay,
but usually it gets better before it gets worse.
I would never take advantage of that.
Heading downhill because we've reached the bottom. Misery has 2 definitions: borderline personality and fighting free
Is that a
dark
Bratz
wizards
doll?
at the same time.
Oh man, this is.
That has the reputation of yes, the reputation of being a degenerate in disguise.
Somehow
someone so base that he can get away with being a public vor enthusiast. You see what I mean? Like, these aren't even memes. This is just him putting his friggin' porn folder into the video.
Of childbirth in a retarded position where you're fighting gravity. But I'll try describing something much worse. Imagine giving a boss the ability to cast a delayed explosion at your character's feet. Now make it spammable and make it affect everyone on screen. And if your characters are already dead, target them anyway. The problem of this fight isn't the free bosses spamming insta-kill area of effect attacks. The problem is that the animation to get up from being dead is longer than the animation that kills you. So that if you die in this fight, I cannot revive you, because the second I do, you get
more
one
like
shot.
won't,
if
you
not by the
pussy.
explosion, then by the billion insta-kill
anyway.
projectile beams that can clip an entire party. This fight didn't just break us, it broke the whole game. It went on for so long that eventually the game started to randomly pause, unpause, and desynchronize.
Oh my god, that's funny.
AoE attacks stop rendering.
How old is this game? Wait, actually, how old is this game? Because, like, for a game that looks like it's from the early 90s, early 2000s, this has, like, a lot to it.
And eventually, everything just grinded to a halt and crashed. So we rage quit the game for a week. And then we got them on a second try in only half the time. I'm convinced most of my subconscious psyche was dedicated to training for the rematch, because I came back with reflex and strategy that I didn't know I had. If you can take out just one of them, the entire fight becomes much more tolerable. The
Well, that's like
last fight
World
of
of
the game
Warcraft
is
logic
pretty
right there.
I don't expect you to have any trouble. You have to kill Valdis, who is normally invincible. However, this fight takes place in Baoshan Steel Limited, and the lack of workplace safety.
Oh shit. This is, but we clown in this motherfucker. Clearly OSHA had no prevalence here.
Safety can work to your advantage.
You got it.
Blam him! Ask the Eye of Sauron!
God.
That man is as surprised at his death as I am when I get a tier 3 sub. Yo, was that some whole Lucy? Was that some chest Lucy? Oh, damn. You can stick your finger in that and go blah, 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 blah.
Then we tried the Broken World expansion.
I know all this. I'm not some child
Concentrate.
What the fuck
You
is
must
this?
you want to learn.
Dude, this sucks.
What are those
And,
facial
spoiler,
expressions?
It's complete dog shit. Turns out there's a good reason it's not sold anywhere online. Skip that shit. There's nothing good about it. In summary, I thoroughly recommend Dungeon Siege 2. It will test your friendship, and it will either wither away into ash because you are not pure of heart, or cement and grow stronger. Because one day, you will play a competitive MOBA together. And if you're not prepared for that, you're going to be calling each other ethnic slurs for the last time. Because your e-friendship is over. You can play with
look. My mindset is, if you can get through a game of Dungeon Siege together, then you can play Monopoly at least once without losing your friendship. But don't even get me started on playing Rainbow Six Siege together, because if you can't, that is a whole different level of friendship trust and being able to put up with bullshit. Because if you play Rainbow Six with your friends, you are guaranteed to want to murder them.
4 players. It's incredible.
No, I didn't want Medic to not heal me after getting hit by a friggin'
this is not accurate.
Sledge's hammer twice.
Figure it out. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. I've been reading a lot of comments saying, lol, Seth isn't uploading. He's busy digging tunnels under the synagogue. These jokes hurt my feelings and caused me to self-harm. A warm thanks to the
okay, Seth.
many members of
See,
the
that's the out-of-pocket shit I expect from Seth.
And bankrolling
I did, dude, this video was hilarious. I love how he sets it up with this, like, such nonsensical opening and just complete, like, actually, you know what? JK, I wasn't going to make a sensible video. No, this wasn't the rapture. This wasn't the happening. This wasn't a... the entire first 5 minutes of this video was gaslighting. And as with every Seth video, I'm left with more questions than when I started. So I know it's been a good video. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, if you watch this on YouTube, please make sure you like and comment and go and check out the original content. Go subscribe to Seth. He's amazing and awesome, and I definitely will get my paycheck from him one of these days. And I will see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.